Hey everybody, and welcome to Joker's Wild Side. I am Lobo,
I'm Jax.
and today we are a little light on news, but regardless, we got it here for you. But first of all, how you guys doing? How was your Easter weekend?
It was pretty good, Just kick back, relax, played a little bit of games. I had a buddy that said he was like, "Oh, I'm totally down to play Halo Reach," and then we got around to playing Halo Reach, and he was just like, "I'm not going to show up." So I was a little sad.
How about you, Clay? Nice, nice. All right, sweet. Well, let's jump right into it. First, we want to say rest in peace to cornerback, uh, former cornerback, sorry, Vontae Davis, as he was found unresponsive today at the age of 35. Rest in peace to him, and thoughts and prayers go out to his family. It's tough to see that with someone so young.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we lost a good one. Is what everybody was saying on ESPN, the Pat McAfee show, as they played with him when he was with the Colts. So sad news. He's only a year older than me. That's what kind of bugging the fuck out of me right now.
Yeah. I've noticed that with people who have people die around their age, and it's just like, damn,
Yeah,
could have been me.
yeah, exactly. Uh, Speaking of some news now, let's jump into some more football. Clay, you brought this up that ESPN, if I'm correct, is looking to get Jason Kelce to replace RG3, right?
Can't
Gotcha.
hear Clay.
Is he not?
Change that to
Oh,
microphone and
gotcha.
then quadcast.
Okay, can you repeat that,
There
Clay?
we go. Thank
All
you,
right.
Sadler, coming
Thank
in
you.
Hey,
clutch.
Sadler, can you hear me now?
Yeah,
You should.
yeah, you should be good.
Yep.
Just go
Awesome.
ahead and
Cool.
repeat that
That's good.
last.
All right.
Jason Kelce.
ESPN is pursuing Jason Kelce to replace Robert Griffin III as a member of the Monday Night Football telecast crew.
Gotcha. Uh, Man, if that's the case, they're really being open about this.
Well, Jason Kelsey's funny, and he's
He is.
he's been in the game for a long time.
I can't wait for him to be shirtless again, just taking
Jeez.
shots of alcohol.
Hey, that
Jumping
was at a
out of.
Buffalo Bills game.
Yep.
He took shots out of the
Shotski.
legendary Buffalo Bills bowling ball in the
Nice.
hammer lot.
Nice. But yeah, we will see. We'll keep you posted on that. Other news here: Eagles, uh, Jason Kelsey's former team, have traded pass rusher linebacker Jason Reddick to the Jets for a conditional 2026 third round pick. That's 2 years away. I don't know why they pushed it off so far, but
I don't know.
yeah. Obviously,
They're putting in for the
way in the future.
pre-order, baby.
Yeah, for real. But I mean, he was a good player for them, so maybe cap space, or they just wanted to get younger in that position. So we will see. And then our final NFL news before we go into some UFL week one. There was other news that came out of last week's owners meeting that we kind of missed, as it was voted that reviews are now included in intentional grounding, hit out of bounds, and roughing the passer. You also remind them about this, Clay.
Is to expand the replay reviews to
Gotcha.
include those three fouls to
Gotcha.
see like if a ref missed it, or whatever, it could be reviewed or something.
Huh. I'm not a big fan of this, but it's, I guess, I think, because no, I think it's if they call it and it's not that, they could challenge it.
I am. I'd rather have it be reviewed, and then if the refs still miss it, fines. We all love to see refs get fines when they
Yeah.
blatantly miss calls
Oh,
for
100%.
teams like Kansas City.
A little bit salted there, huh, bud?
Uh, Sorry, my throat.
You sure?
Yeah,
Well, uh, let's jump into. How about you, Clay, Jackson? Any thoughts on that specifically?
I mean, I would be more intrigued on holding refs to a higher standard and like looking through and reviewing the calls and actually doing stuff about stuff because there was a lot of BS calls that I've seen, and it's like, come on, send that from a review, and
Yeah.
it just doesn't happen. And
Mhm.
so I'm behind this. I think that
Yeah.
this will be very positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
One of the biggest issues for that is that the NFL is not the refs' main job. This is technically their part-time job. They have other main jobs that they do that get paid a lot of money, so they don't really care about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm more on the side of hold refs accountable, and then maybe they'll either continue outsourcing their refs, or maybe they'll actually finally get around to having an entire ref service that is their entire everything.
hmm Yeah, just like in soccer, like the refs, that's their job. So
Yeah, so
that's all they
they
do.
they're not just refs. They do have other jobs. It's
Yep.
actually through a third party refing service.
Hmm.
So that is how referees work.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
there've been talks about getting a official permanent team to be in the NFL or team refs
Yeah.
specifically,
hmm
because this is why they have a lot of errors because they stop during the off season. They're not practicing, especially when calling specific plays like roughing the passer. It could be either they touched him a little late or they completely drilled him. They call in either way.
hmm
So
I'm
they just
also
need
Yeah.
more
curious on how
practice.
much biases there are, but
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of bias and stuff because,
Hmm.
like, a lot of refs, they're like lawyers and shit. They're like, they don't like, to them, this is just like a part-time job. They get paid a bunch of money to then
Hmm.
call a game, and if they feel
Keith
like, oh,
Peterson, the
this
UFC.
team's better.
Yeah,
But
Keith.
honestly,
Hmm.
they should definitely have what soccer does. Like FIFA, like
Hmm.
um, they have an entire organization for refs,
Yes, they
and
should. They should.
and refs is huge in soccer. As uh, if you're a refing MLS, you're not just refing MLS. You're refing a bunch of other leagues as well.
Hmm.
Like you get paid to be a ref, and you um can do that for full time.
Yeah, that's what they
So
need, and other people have talked about that for a while.
Especially to where there's like UFL. I don't know exactly know how all the ownership breaks down, but
Hmm.
I would assume that UFL and NFL are closely related companies.
Recently, they signed a like I mean like they help XFL is helping NFL,
Yep.
so that's kind of
mhm.
like a light partnership.
So exactly. So during the off season of the NFL, you can go and help out in the UFL.
They should. They definitely need to figure something out. Kind of like you Clay said, like soccer, they need to have their own group organization so these BS calls stop happening or
Yeah.
less often.
One-sided calls as well.
Exactly.
Like I don't remember the exact game that it happened, but I know it was like right before playoffs. These refs completely blatantly missed calls, and
Hmm.
then the NFL, James, I think is not I can't remember the commissioner's name now. He said that they will no longer be in the rotation for playoffs refs because of that game,
Yeah,
and so
and stuff
it's
like
like
that should happen.
yeah.
Punishment should be handed down to refs too.
Yeah, they should get fined.
You know what?
So they
What I
stop missing calls.
exactly. One thing I kind of am bothered by, and it's just a thing that
Mhm.
happens in many sports. If you call out the refs as a player or whatever,
Oh yeah, you get
they
fined.
fine you. That's BS.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's bull. Every organization needs to fix that
yeah,
because guess what? They're humans. I get it,
yeah,
but you if call what's called be accountable with your refs, not just your fucking players.
Yeah.
yeah. Like like I don't agree with the thing, but like I agree with them getting fined, the Andy Reid and
Hmm.
Patrick Mahomes, but like all they did was call out refs for them calling a foul, right? That happened against the Bills, right? Which could have gotten the Chiefs to win when Travis Kelce threw that lateral to what's his face, Kadarius Tony
Hmm.
to get that touchdown. their biggest excuse was it's a cool touchdown and a lot of people are offsides. Usually refs tell them to go back a little bit, but they never did that, and Tony never went back. Plus, he was way offsides,
Yeah.
anyways. Um,
Yeah,
but
it's
like that,
just
all they did was call out the refs, and they got fined. But it's like that,
no.
I agree with them getting
That's
fined. But most of the time, when they blatantly miss calls, whatever, then people say, "Well, you're bad," and they're like, "Ah, here's a lot of money fine.
yeah,
Pay it up."
yeah, that's cool. But anyways, enough of our tangent on refs.
UFL time.
Yeah. Let's go into week one of UFL. Um, it was an okay opening season to the
Yeah.
season. Uh,
Hmm.
real quick, we're gonna go over the games. Birmingham Stallions beat Arlington Renegades 27-14 here. This it looked like Arlington was gonna have it in the first half, and then Birmingham Stallions just ran back and just destroyed them. Um, Michigan Panthers beat St. Louis Battlehawks with a
Oh,
64-yard winner.
yeah. I didn't see that exact thing,
Hmm.
but there was a meme today of um, what was the team that won the Stallions, right?
Uh,
Panthers.
the Panthers over
Panthers.
the
That's right.
Battlehawks.
Yeah, there was the Panthers were on I guess X now, right? Twitter,
Hmm.
whatever. They were making fun of the Battlehawks because the Battlehawks posted like a halftime score, but they were making fun of the Panthers, and then the Panthers came back and won,
Yeah.
and then roasted them.
Hmm.
It was great.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean that 64-yard field goal is one of the longest ever, including the NFL.
Yep.
Um, the Panthers kicker did have to kick it twice, as he was iced on the first one, made it, and still made the second one. So, congratulations on them. That was a great finish to the game. And then San Antonio Spurs, San Antonio Brahmas, sorry, beat the DC Defenders 27-12. There was on these last two games there was quite a lot of turnovers, as interceptions, fumbles here, but San Antonio Brahmas did have a great trick play here, as they were
Hmm.
gonna punt, if I remember correctly, and
They
they
were
ended
gonna
up
kick a field goal,
or a
or I
field
think it
goal
was.
or a
I think it was
punt,
a field goal, and
one
yeah,
of the others,
they
and then
brought the kicker out, and then they kicked them off like last second.
yeah, well, no, not that one. As they were about to snap it, they send someone in motion. They snap it, and then they end up passing it to the center for a touchdown. That was very cool. Very good to
Yeah, that was
see.
that play.
Yeah, that was very cool to see the center
Yeah,
get a touchdown.
yeah.
Uh, and then finally, the Memphis Showboats. I was gonna call them Steamboats. Showboats beat Houston Roughnecks 18-12. This one also had a tremendous amount of turnovers. Um, but yeah, that was the first week of the XFL. I mean UFL. Jesus.
Hmm.
Any thoughts on the first week, guys?
I didn't realize how much NBA stars, how much faster they are, man.
You mean
Or
the NFL?
NFL stars.
Hmm.
Sorry. Compared to the UFL, I was watching them and I was like, man, it seems like they're almost running in slow motion.
Yeah,
Um,
it's pretty much the people that come and play for the UFL are the people who can't make the NFL.
Yeah, there would be what's it called? There will be the practice squad most likely.
Yeah, yeah, but but it's not impossible to make the NFL playing XFL. I think
No,
there
no,
was
no.
like one person that made the NFL
Mhm.
recently, um, that started in the XFL.
Yeah, I mean it's another chance to be seen. So if you're a good
Yeah.
productivity, you play
mhm.
well, you have a chance of
Hmm.
getting picked up by the NFL by next season.
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I think like I agree with you guys for the most part. Um, it was a little slower than regular NFL. The last two games were a little more sloppy, but the first two games were a little closer to what football in the NFL is. Specifically, the Brahmas. That was a good game. But regardless, let's go over what's coming up next week here. We're not choosing any teams. We're just going over the schedule. We got for next week. We got San Antonio Brahmas versus Memphis Showboats. It's going to be in Memphis. We got the Arlington Renegades versus the St. Louis Battlehawks in St. Louis. We got the Birmingham Stallions versus Michigan Panthers in Detroit. And then we got the Houston Roughnecks versus DC Defenders in Washington, D.C. So we'll give you our picks for these games on Friday. So tune in for that. Other than that, let's go into some NBA.
Heck yeah.
There's not a lot of crazy news on injuries or anything else. There is a few more teams that have, or another team that has clinched for a playoff spot. Like we said last week, Boston has clinched. Oklahoma City Thunder has clinched, and the reigning defending champions Denver Nuggets have also clinched a playoff spot.
Of course they have.
Yes, of course they have. But there have been more teams eliminated now as the season goes on. Newly eliminated Toronto Raptors have been eliminated. Charlotte Hornets, Washington Bullets, or I don't know what they are now. Detroit Pistons, who were just awful. We got
Kelly Oubre saying stuff to the refs.
From the Jazz. Speaking of the Jazz, they've all been eliminated. Memphis has been
Yeah, we
eliminated.
went over that last
Yeah,
time too.
Portland and
We'll
San
just go over it
Antonio.
twice.
Yeah,
course.
he just wants to nail it home, just like how the Panthers were bad in the 2022
Yeah.
to 2023 season.
Jazz suck. 76ers. So 76ers, Kelly Oubre, but he was just talking shit to the refs. That sounds normal.
Mhm.
But with that, let's go into some picks.
I have some news.
Oh, go for it.
The San Antonio Spurs will be without Devin Vassell and Jeremy Schoen for the remainder of the season.
Ooh.
Team announces that today.
Oh, so that just popped up then. Damn.
With the Spurs?
Yeah. It's all right. They suck.
Oh, they're bottom of the team.
Yeah,
They're
they're
bottom of the West.
eliminated.
So,
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
been eliminated.
Oh well.
They go against the Nuggets. Like legit, tomorrow's game is like
Jesus.
the most like pointless game.
Yeah, verbally abusing officials is the quote.
Oh, jeez. So he's been fighting
Yeah.
quite a big. Okay.
Yeah,
So I get
going
it.
back to abusing the refs.
Jesus. Well, let's go into some picks here. Today there's only 2 games left and the games are almost over, so I am not picking any of those.
Nah, I don't think any of the games right now are
Yeah.
worth picking.
Yeah. The first game tomorrow, I'm picking the Lakers over the Raptors because the Raptors completely suck. Bucks over Wizards. Jeez. Then we have a pretty good game in the Kansas City Thunder versus the 76ers. I got
Mhm.
OKC here as the
Yeah, you got the
76ers.
Thunder.
Yeah, are kind of. We got the Knicks versus the Miami Heat. Both of them are into a playoff spot. Miami is favored by 2.5. They are at home. This one's gonna be a tough one.
I say
and-
Knicks.
I have the Knicks too. Yeah.
Because it's a home game for the Knicks, right?
No, it's in Miami.
Oh, it's in Miami?
Yeah.
I still have the Knicks.
Yeah.
I was looking at the home and away games,
Mhm.
like of their stats, and the Heat is like 19 for 17, and
Yeah.
the Knicks for away is 20 for 16.
Yeah. Knicks for sure.
So another quick bit of news: Milwaukee Bucks guard Damian Lillard won't play Tuesday against the Wizards, even though it doesn't necessarily
No.
matter much because it's the Wizards. But apparently, this is his second game in a row where he is not shown up.
Hmm.
So,
Not
and it's
playing.
not on a groin injury.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe he's just resting for playoffs.
Yeah, could
Possibly.
be.
Possibly, as they're in the top of their, or like top 2, 3 up there.
Yeah, they're second.
Yeah, second in the Eastern.
Cool. The final 2 teams I'm talking about Tuesday, I got the Clippers playing in Sacramento. The Clippers are favored by 2.5. I'm taking the Clippers here. They're both pretty good, 47-27 and 43-31 for both teams there. Any thoughts
Yeah.
on that one?
I say Clippers.
And then the final game I'm gonna talk about for tomorrow is the Mavericks, who are 45-29, At Golden State, Warriors is 40-34. Golden State is favored by 1.5 points.
Mm. I say Mavericks just based on their 9 wins out of the 10 games with a
Mm-hmm.
7 win streak, while
Ooh.
the Warriors is 6 for 4 and they're on a 4 winning streak. And this is in San Fran, right?
No. Yeah, San Francisco. Golden State. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Mavericks, they're 23 for 14 on away games, while Warriors is 18 for 19.
At
So
home.
yeah, I'm yeah at home. So yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah.
taking Mavericks for
Me too.
the away streak, but also the 7 win streak. I think they're gonna get it to their 8.
Yeah, I was leaning Golden State because they're at home, but I think no Mavericks will take this for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, for tomorrow, I mean for Wednesday, we have a few games, most of them kind of but we have the Lakers against the Wizards. Anytime the Lakers come up, I'm saying it by the way. The
I
Wizards
figured.
totally suck, taking the Lakers. We have what might be the game of the night and a preview for the NBA Finals. Oklahoma City Thunder versus the Boston Celtics. OKC is 52-22. Celtics are 59-16.
That's definitely gonna be the game of the night, just based on
Yes, just the
one
schedule.
v one.
hmm Um, Celtics are at home, so I have the Celtics here.
Celtics are 32 for 3 at home.
Yeah, yeah, they're
And the
fucking
Thunder,
winning.
yeah, and the Thunder is 23 for 14 on away.
hmm
The Thunder is 7 for 3 out of the 10, and on a 2 winning streak. The Celtics, they're 8 for 2 and a 1 winning streak.
Yeah, Celtics though. I think Celtics will take this.
Yeah, honestly, just based on the home stat, I definitely think they'll probably take that. Very close, probably as close as the Jazz Houston game,
Mm.
where it was by 1 point.
Mm.
Yeah, the Jazz lost to the Houston, on last Friday.
Mm.
It was 100 to 101 Rockets winning. I think it's gonna
Nice.
be that close
Okay.
with this.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's this gonna be one of the possible matchups for the NBA Finals. So
Oh yeah.
uh, definitely. The I have two more games here. Both of these should be very exciting. We got the Magic, who are 44-31, at New Orleans Pelicans, 45-29. I think the Pelicans will take this in a very, very close one at home.
Oh yeah, that definitely. Because it's a home game for the Pelicans, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I think this can get the Pelicans back into a winning streak at least.
hmm
Because right now they're on a one loss.
Okay.
Um, but they are 21 for 15 on home, while the Magic they're 17 for 19 in away with a 1 winning
Mm,
streak. I definitely think that the Pelicans will definitely win this game. Very
yeah,
close though, close like what you're saying, but
yeah, it's
I
gonna be
think they'll
a
take the
nail
win.
biter, and then the last game of Wednesday night is gonna be another nail biter, with Cleveland Cavaliers 45-30, visiting the Phoenix Suns 43-31. Um, this is such a close game as well. I think the Cavaliers will take this one, even though it is in Phoenix. It's gonna be a close game. These are good games here that to end up the night.
Yeah, I'd say this is gonna be a close game, but I don't think it's gonna be as close. I think the Cavaliers are definitely gonna win.
hmm
I'd say um at least at least 10 point lead.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good game regardless. And then for Thursday, I got three games. One, two, yeah, three games. Most of them should be pretty good, but these three are going to be probably the best games of the night. To begin, we got the 76ers at 40-35, visiting the Miami Heat at 41-33. Um, with the Sixers issues here with the refs and stuff, I think Miami will take this one at home.
Yeah, I say Miami if it's a home game. 76ers they're dead even
hmm
with away games.
Yeah. So Miami to take this. And then we got the Sacramento Kings 43-31 visiting the New York Knicks 44-30. Um This is going to be a very close game. Very, very close game. It is in New York. I think Knicks scraping by a tight game.
Mm, yeah, I'd say it's a good. Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I clicked the wrong button.
yeah. Their stats for home and away for both
Mm-hmm.
teams are almost pretty identical. And
100%.
so, yeah, the Kings are 21-16, and the Knicks are 24-14. Like it's
Yeah, it's gonna
pretty
be.
damn close.
Yeah, it's gonna be a close one. So what are you picking, Clay?
I was agreeing with you. I was agreeing with you. I think uh the Kings.
And before I pick the last game of the night, about LeBron possibly retirement. I think he wants to win another championship, sadly, right before he retires. Although this year probably not the year for that.
Yeah, I
I
mean, I
I
would
don't
say a 20-year career is pretty crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't
Uh,
think I don't think he's gonna win another championship in a few years. So
Not this year for sure. Next year
I don't think
there's
next year.
so before we go on, there is rumor mill here. It's been going down for a few months that there's a key player that's about to hit free agency, and rumor has it that the LA Lakers are keying in to getting that player and hopefully boasting them into a possible title run. So it's not out of the question here, but it is going to be tough as he is probably winding down on what he can possibly do.
Mm-hmm.
But is this key player gonna be better than the Nuggets, the Thunder, the Bucks, and the Celtics?
That's something to see because no one has said anything. Uh,
Because
yeah.
those
Oh,
four teams have been a force to be messing with for the past few years
yeah.
now.
Agreed. Agreed. By the way, yeah, I also heard that he wants to play with his son in the NBA at least 1 year. So we will see if that happens as
How
well.
old is his son? I heard about that. How old is his son?
His son is in college, I think.
Oh,
He's
that's right. Yeah,
19
he's
years
in
old right
college.
now.
Yeah.
Oh, so he just jumped into college.
Yep, October 6th, 2004. Mans is 6'4".
Yeah.
His
So
current team is
that's
the
USC
USC Trojans.
So
yeah. So I think if he wants to play with the son, he's gonna have to at least play it for
two
like
to two
three
to
more
3 years.
years.
Yeah, 2 to 3 more years. I mean, it is possible. There's been players that's played 24 years, but
Oh well,
as
yeah.
effective as LeBron has been for 20 years, no.
Well, with how LeBron plays, it's easy for him. All he does is lay on the ground.
Oh
So
Jesus! Wait, how are the Jazz doing?
I don't care how the Jazz are doing. I'm talking about LeBron.
Anyway,
Andrew Bonham, the
biggest
youngest
name
player
in
to ever play in the NBA, Andrew Bonham, who played his first game only 6 days after his 18th birthday.
hmm
So it's, I mean, possible.
Andrew Bynum, yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean it is possible, but we will have to wait and see on that. But for the final game of Thursday, which I think is going to be the game of the night, it's
Oh yeah.
the Denver Nuggets, 52-23, are visiting the LA Clippers at 47-27. This should be a very, very good game. Can you go over the stats for their away and home play?
Yeah. Who's the home team?
The home is the LA Clippers.
All right. So the LA Clippers,
Clippers easily.
their home stats is 22 for 13.
Mm-hmm.
They're 6 for 4, and they're on a 3 winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
While the Nuggets on away, they're 22-15 with a 7-3 on a 1 winning streak. Um, I still have Denver winning.
For this one, I'm going LA Clippers just because I've been choosing too many favorites here, and I think the Clippers can pull it off, if anywhere, at home against the Nuggets. But regardless, that is all our NBA news here. Let's jump into some NHL news real quick. First, there has been. First is this one was kind of more for me as he used to play for the Vegas Golden Knights and the LA Kings. New York Ranger goalie Jonathan Quick breaks USA-born goalie win record. He has 3 championships. He's won 2 with the LA Kings and 1 with the Las Vegas Golden Knights, and now possibly in a run to win another one with the New York Rangers. So congratulations to him. This and New York Rangers are the best record or points wise in the NHL too. So he's up there still. So congratulations to Quick, and I am so happy for that one. Speaking of making a playoff run for the championships, there has been a few more teams who has clinched for the playoffs. We got obviously, like we talked last week, Boston Celtics, Florida Panthers. We got the New York Rangers who clinched as well, and Carolina Hurricane. This week, uh, well, last week also Dallas had clinched, but this week we got two more West team. One being Vancouver Canucks, and the other one is the Colorado Avalanche have clinched a playoff spot. Who they are the reigning defending champions, if I remember
Yeah,
correctly.
not only did they clinch, but they just got major upsetted today
Oh,
against
did
the
they?
Blue Jackets.
Jesus, and they suck.
Dude, 4-0, 4-0, Blue
They
Jackets.
probably celebrated too much. That's what that is.
Yeah.
uh, sorry.
Wow.
Redact that.
Sorry.
Colorado. Yeah. Colorado actually won the Stanley Cup 2 years ago, not last year. Last year
Yeah.
it was Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But with that, also there's been some more eliminations from the playoffs. Actually, no, there's the same teams: Ducks, San Jose, Chicago, Arizona, and Columbus Blue Jackets. Of all teams have been eliminated. uh, but yeah, let's jump into the picks.
I got some
Oh,
congratulations.
go for it, Jax.
We have from the Toronto Maple Leafs, Austin Matthews, who has hit his second 60 goals. So
Ooh,
quick congratulations
Mhm.
to him. I mean, he's going for the Wayne Gretzky, man. He had 560 goal seasons, so
Yeah.
he's already on his second. I don't know exactly how old or how long he's been playing for. But he's 26 years old.
Oh, he has time.
Oh
He
yeah.
definitely has time. Someone injured him. I'm just kidding. I'm
Break
just
his leg.
Break his leg.
My leg. Uh, but yeah, congratulations to him. Let's hope it stops here because Wayne Gretzky.
Because Wayne Gretzky.
Um, so we got a few games going on right now. One of them that hasn't started, but I'm not touching that game. That one's gonna suck.
No.
We have both the Kings and the Jets. 2-1. The Kings are leading in the beginning of the second quarter. I'm picking the Kings to win this game.
It's 2-0.
No, it's 2-1.
When did the Jets score? Because I'm looking at it right now.
It's
Refresh.
2-1.
Refresh.
It just barely loaded for me.
Yeah. So it was they just scored. So regardless,
It's still showing 2-0. Oh, weird.
yeah,
Because Kings just scored.
yeah. Well, regardless, I'm picking the fucking Kings.
I had the Kings as well on that
yeah.
one.
And then we got the Oilers versus the Blues in the beginning of the second quarter as well. The Oilers are winning 1-0. Any thoughts on this? I know
just
where
hate
you're
on the
leaning.
others anyways.
I know where you're leaning, man.
Mhm.
Oilers,
Mhm.
Oilers all
Let's
around.
go, my Oilers. They're my team, buddy.
Yeah, Oilers all around. For tomorrow, we got quite a few good games. Let's start off with what might be one of the worst games here. We got the Penguins versus the Devils. Penguins are 32-30-11 with 75 points. The Devils are 36-34-4 with 76 points.
I mean, they're pretty close.
Yeah. The thing is, they're kind of mid teams, at least record wise. I know on the stats they have them really low, but I think the Penguins would. No, I'll take the Devils. Take the Devils.
See, the Devils can score,
Mm-hmm.
but they let in a lot. The Penguins, yeah,
Yeah. Very excited.
it's very hit and miss. I got the Devils on this.
Yeah, me too. Any thoughts on that, Clay?
Nah,
No.
they're
They're
both.
both.
Well, they're both bad. It's just.
Mhm. Well, I got another bad.
Who's gonna
possibility.
win in the idiot fight?
No, this is
Yeah,
not that bad.
God.
It's not that bad yet. Next one, we got the Buffalo Sabres versus the Capitals. This is going to be another game. It is in Buffalo, so I'm taking the Sabres.
That's the Capitals.
Okay, nice. And then we got the two possible game of the nights. First, Ooh, excuse me. We have the Vancouver Canucks, 46-20-8 with the 100 points versus Las Vegas Golden Knights, 41-25-8 with 90 points. It is in Las Vegas. You don't gotta tell me the stats. I'm going Vegas. So, but if you want to go over the stats, Jack's here for them.
Yeah, for the Las Vegas Golden Knights, you have the score differential of 22. Their last 10 is 7-1 on a 2-win streak.
Nice.
To the Canucks, they're on a 58 differential, 6-1 on a 1-win streak. I have Golden Knights on this.
I have Canucks.
Yeah. Fuck you. Anyway.
I have it on a low score game.
Most likely.
Say, Canucks have 100 points for a reason. So,
And
that's why I'm
then
going.
the second possible game of the night is the Boston Bruins, who are 43-17-15 with 101 points, versus the Predators, who are 43-27-4 with 90 points. This is no, they
I've
were
lost it.
no, they're
Okay,
both on the
right there.
east. Yeah. So
No, the one's east, one's
I didn't. I thought
west.
they were. But anyways, Predators are at home. You want to go over the stats? I already picked I already know who I'm picking.
Yeah, I mean, I already got the Bruins with
Mhm.
just positioning of the board, but
Mhm.
Predators are on 19 differential on 7-1 on a
Mhm.
2-loss streak, and the Bruins are top of the Atlantic Division, 41 differential, 6-4-0 on a 1-win streak. Um,
I think it's the Bruins on this one.
I mean,
Bruins.
their scores, like goals made, are pretty freaking close. It's off by 5 points, but the Bruins just know how to keep off those hits, man.
Yeah, I have the Bruins here, no doubt. So Bruins all around.
Yep.
Mhm.
Nice. For Wednesday, we're gonna start off with the Kings versus the Kraken. The Kraken are 30-30-13. The Kings are 38-24-11 with 87 points. The Kings are at home. I'm taking the Kings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
say Kings.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a smack out.
Yeah, for real. And then we have two more games. They're possible game of the nights. We got the Tampa Bay Lightning on the Eastern, 41-26-7 with 89 points. And then we got the New York Rangers, who we just talked about. Oh, sorry, and the Maple Leafs. Wrong, I skipped the game. 43-22-9 with 95 points. This is gonna be a good one. I think they're both on the Eastern, Lightning and
Maple Leafs.
yeah,
Yep.
they're right next to each other. You want to go over the stats, Jax?
Yeah, we have the Maple Leafs at 44 differential, 6-3-1 on their last 10 with 2-win streak.
Nice.
And you have Lightning at 20 with 8-1-1 on their last 10 and 3-win streak.
This is gonna be a close game. It's gonna be a very good game.
Yeah, Maple Leafs and Lightning, they let in about the same amount, but the Maple Leafs are able to make at least 20 more
Goals.
than what the Lightning are able to get away with.
Yeah.
So
10 more.
I don't know how to do math.
They've scored 10 more and let in 10 less, so that's why it's 20 more.
10 more.
Yeah.
Give or take.
275, 257.
12 more.
269.
Anyways,
257.
got the Maples. Got the Maple Leafs here.
I'd say I'm gonna say Lightning.
Ooh, okay.
I'm gonna do the upset there.
Nice.
I'll stick on the Maple Leafs.
Nice. I agree with that one. And then the other possible game of the night, we got your team, the Edmonton Oilers, 45-23-4 with 94 points versus the Dallas Stars. They're all both on the Western, 47-19-9 with 103 points. This should be a great game. It is in Dallas. Let's go through the stats. Jax.
So with the Stars, you have well, actually, they both have 56 score differential. Stars are on an 8-2-0 on a 7-win streak to the Oilers, 7-2-1 on a 3-win streak. We'll definitely see after, what is it, tomorrow's game,
Yes.
where they stand farther on that. In terms of differentials, though, the Stars are 24 points above them on goals made. and but the Stars have also let in 14 more goals than what the Oilers have. But the differentials are the same.
This is gonna be a very, very close game. Any thoughts on this, Clay?
Dallas.
I got the Oilers mostly on that they've played less games by 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
And they're at least in contention with differential points.
Yeah, I have the Dallas Stars, man. I mean, they've played well all year, and last year they were almost made the Stanley Cup again. So, Dallas Stars for me, Oilers and Dallas Stars, sweet. And then finally for the last games on Thursday, we got. I mean, first of all, the Kings versus the San Jose Sharks. San Jose Sharks suck ass. Kings to put an ass whooping on the Sharks. Any any thoughts on those?
No.
Meh.
Meh. All right, and I got really two more games here. We got the St. Louis Blues versus the Predators. The Blues are 39, 31, and 4 with 82 points. The Predators are 43, 27, and 4 with 90 points. Predators are at home and they are quite better. What is the goal differential and everything?
With the Predators, you're at 19 on 7-2-1 for the last 10 on a 2 lose streak. And the Blues at a negative 11, 7-2-1 on a 1 lose streak. So they have the same last 10.
Predators here. I'm taking the Predators.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, the safe bet is to go with the Predators.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're playing in different brackets.
Yeah, but they're like right next to each other on the standings.
Yeah, they're right next to each other on the standings.
How about you, Clay? Any thought on that game?
No, that's the Predators.
Okay. And then the game of the night for Thursday, we got the Boston Bruins 43, 17, and 15, both on the Eastern, by the way, with 101 points, versus the Carolina Hurricane 47, 21, and 7 with 101 points. Both of them 101 points. Hurricanes are at home, but let's go to the tell of the game with the stats, Jax.
With the Bruins, you have 41 differential on a 6-4-0 with a 1 win streak. For the Hurricanes, you have a 56 differential, 8-1-1 on a 2 win streak for the Hurricanes. They've played the same amount of games. Hurricanes have made more goals total.
They've
and
also let in less.
Yeah, and let in less goals by 9. So
I'm gonna say Hurricanes.
yeah, I mean, statistically, Hurricanes got this in the bag.
They are at home, so I'm going with Hurricanes as well. Yeah, that should be a great game regardless. With that, that's our picks in the NHL. Let us know if you agree or disagree. But now we're going to go into what has been a total disappointment now for us. The NCAA bracket, as we, for the most part, are fucked. At least I am.
Mm-hmm.
On Saturday,
our papers are over there somewhere.
Yeah, I'll go over mine and then we'll talk about it. But on Saturday, we had UConn beat Illinois like everybody thought. And then there was a big upset as Alabama won. But I did not have them going as well. But on Sunday, we had a huge upset, and especially for me, because I had them going to the championship. Duke falls to number 11, North Carolina State. Not even close. So number 4, Duke has been eliminated. North Carolina State advances. And then Purdue, like you had, Clay, did beat Tennessee. So now my championship is completely fucked. North Carolina with the upset. Duke bit the upset.
Duke was the only concern for Purdue, and now Duke is gone. So Purdue should easy smack out North Carolina.
Yeah. So my championship is completely gone. The only team I have left is UConn.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
So I think all our brackets are busted.
All our brackets are busted.
Yeah. So
Yep.
We will keep you updated on the games at least, but our brackets are fucking done. They're completely done. But I do want to mention the women's bracket, as today there was a big whooping. I mean, we kind of saw it coming, but Iowa State. Oh, I mean Iowa beat LSU, who LSU are the defending champions. And they thought it was gonna be like a 1-2 point game. Iowa beat them 94-87. Not as big as it seems, but Iowa was winning by like 10 with a minute left. So it looked like they just had them destroyed and it was over. Interesting point on that one. The reason why they might have fallen was as hold on, let me bring up her name because I can't remember it at the top of my head. One, Caitlin Clark
Caitlin
was
Clark.
on fire with some threes, but also Floje Johnson fouled out at the beginning of the second half, or towards the middle of the second half.
But also, yeah, congrats to Caitlin Clark for tying
There we
the
go.
tournament record with 3 9s.
Nine.
Or 9 3s, whatever.
Nine.
Well,
Agrees.
she's the best women's basketball player right now.
Yeah, she is unbelievably hot right now.
She's
So
very
much,
good.
yeah,
Very, very good.
she is on fire, and so much so that Ice Cube's league, what was it?
Big three.
The Big Three. Thank you. I brain farted. The Big Three offered her a $5 million contract.
Nice.
Wow.
She's not even done with college, so
Gosh.
and they were talking about the WNBA. The team's salary is still 1/3 of what Ice Cube offered her. So will she go to the Big Three or will she try to raise the level of the WNBA? We will see.
Miami?
She should go to
Fame.
Big Three. Big Three has way more views and
Remember,
of course WNBA.
some people
And
don't go by that.
I know.
She does want to elevate the women's basketball. She might end up foregoing that $5,000.
I know. I'm not gonna get into controversy on here, but I'll talk about it after.
Yeah.
Like, but I think she should go to the Big Three. I think she'll get way more popular in popularity on there because she'll have more even competition there versus the WNBA.
Yeah.
Because look at her with the NCAA and all the college women's. She's just knocking out records.
Agreed.
Well, all she's got to do is going to knock out records, and that's just going to be her legacy. There, just knocking out records. But why?
The problem
But
I have with that is the Big Three
no.
are mostly big men. I'm not saying she won't be able to handle.
But they're older people as well.
Yeah, but 200 something pounds compared to what, her $150 maybe? That's a lot of weight. So that's the only issue I might have with it. But other than that, she's an amazing player. Whatever she does, whether she goes to the Big Three or decides to try to elevate the WNBA, she will do amazing.
155 pounds.
See, I was close.
I would say either way she's elevating because
Yeah.
Do they have any women's in the Big Three?
I think there's a few.
All right, then she could be the best.
She probably will be the best.
So yeah, elevate that, make it more popular than what it is now. So then the NBA
Clark
no.
would be the
jealous.
first woman
No.
in Big Three.
Yeah, she would be the first woman.
Yeah, so either way, she could be the first woman there, make a lot of money, make
The problem,
more
like, yeah.
views and stats, or she can go to a league where doesn't have as many views, not get paid as much, but break records.
Yeah, the thing, like I said, I will have a question is, will she be able to play like she plays with the men? Because the men are more physical.
I think so.
If not,
I
then
think
she
so.
just goes to the NBA anyways.
WNBA.
WNBA.
But
I'd say it's a team sport. It's not just her, so she's gonna have other teammates.
we will see. We will see what she chooses. Now, moving on from this controversial subject.
You guys, I don't want to get into it, but let's get into it.
Fuck it, let's jump in. The Major League Baseball, the first week is officially done here. There's a few teams that have not lost yet. They're undefeated here, as New York Yankees are 4-0. Detroit Tigers are 4-0 as well. And then the Pittsburgh Pirates just won today. They're 5-0.
Oh, wow.
On the flip side, there's a few teams who haven't won shit yet either. Chicago White Sox are 0-4. We got hold on, I brain farted really quick. Houston just won their first game today. They were undefeated. They had not won till then. The New York
Uh,
Mets are still uh, have not won, and Marlins have not won yet. But with New York Mets, we have a little bit more news here.
Couldn't believe how many games each team play. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
100 and something.
there are so many games that are played in MLB, and this is one of the biggest reasons why we haven't covered it.
Mm-hmm.
Is we would literally have to be on here daily talking about the 16 or something odd games that happen in a
Every
day.
day.
yeah,
And
yeah, but it's easy. It's easy for them to play more than once a week, just
Mm-hmm.
because it's yeah they
Not as
they
sprint a
they hit
efficient.
lot.
and then they
They,
stand.
yeah, they sprint a lot, but it's a very slow pacing game.
Yes,
So
exactly.
Yeah.
so it's easier to play more than once. Like the NBA, it's just sprinting up and down a court. So for them, it's easier to play more than once a week, right? Don't they play like twice a week or
Two,
whatever, right?
2 to 4 times max, I think.
Yeah, yeah. See, MLS, it's one per week.
Yeah.
NFL, one per week. Because they have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's so physical and an endurance that they have to do that.
Yeah.
Well, MLB is just
Yeah.
it's just long and slow. So yeah, 800 as many games as they play, I can see it.
Yeah. But like we were saying, the Mets, they had Johan Rodriguez get ejected and suspended for 3 games. What was the reason for that?
It
He
was
cried.
that they said it was a controversial play but legal, where this player, Hoskins,
Mm-hmm.
he slid to second base, and they're calling it controversial but a legal play,
Yeah, so what
and
he did was
so
completely fine, and
so
basically Johan just got mad.
so it wasn't just him; it was the entire dugout, the entire team of the New York Mets and their fan base was angry that the officials allowed it pretty much.
But if it
And
was the other way
so,
around, it would have been victory screech and all that other
yeah.
stuff.
So Johan Ramirez, who's a pitcher, he
Mm-hmm.
decided to throw behind the behind the hitter,
Mm-hmm.
hitting Hoskins in the back, who's the one that slid for second base. Um, and everyone cheered. He gets ejected. He gets fined and suspended for 3 games. So
Get wrecked.
Wow.
but everyone gave him a standing ovation. So I guess you pay a lot of money for people to give you a standing ovation over a stupid thing.
Yeah.
So
I don't want to get into how I feel about MLB some days.
Yeah.
But as a little fact,
Oh.
in 2020,
Mm-hmm.
uh, since 1974 was the previous time, but 20 games were played in one day in 2020, which is pretty freaking crazy.
So that is with the double headers that they do sometimes.
3 doubleheaders.
Yeah. See, I knew it.
So yeah, that was absolutely crazy. And then I'm going to interject a little bit here.
Yeah, go for it.
Chicago White Sox and right-hander Mike Clevenger have agreed to a 1-year deal.
Nice.
So congratulations for him. He's 33 on and is 60 and 39 with a 3.5 and 788 innings. So good on him. I don't know what any of those numbers mean, but for all you soccer geeks or baseball geeks out there, there you go. Don't mind me.
Yeah, soccer and baseball. Yeah, they're the
Yeah.
thing. No, they're not.
Oh,
Hold on.
Wi-Fi. You
Yeah,
got mad at that.
so that was not me. So there's something up with this system, but
So yeah,
there we go.
that's mostly what I have for baseball.
Sweet. Before we jump into the footy, let's talk about these rules, and then we're gonna go into a break because it's almost an hour. So we'll take a break before we go into footy. All right, Clay.
hmm
Okay. So you send this into the group here.
yeah,
The Mike Tyson versus the Paul, one of the fucking Paul brothers,
Jake Paul.
fight. Yeah, has new rules. You want to go over them?
Yeah, so I don't know what the original rules were, but these new rules now is they're gonna have 16-ounce gloves, a 2-minute rounds, no official judges, so there's gonna be no winner unless there's a knockout, and then each fighter must pass an EEG and EKG test.
Just seeing if your heart works. That's pretty much all that shit is. But yeah, I agree with you, Sadler. I think these rules are kind of BS.
Yeah, that's why they posted it on April 1st, man, because these rules are a fucking joke.
It might be. Let's hope it's an April Fool's joke. But
I don't think it is.
me neither.
I don't think it is. It's posted by Drama Alert, and he gets a lot of news pretty
Here we
accurate.
go. It's Killer Keemstar.
Killer Keemstar.
What,
Keemstar
what do you
here.
think about those rules, Clay?
I don't really care as long as it's entertaining and Mike Tyson kills him. I'd be fine with it. So,
I think we're all in the same spot. As long as Mike Tyson knocks him the fuck out.
and Twitch, when I mean kill, I mean knock him out. It's boxing.
Yeah.
Don't mean actual death.
Apparently,
in-game.
Astros Ronald Blanco completes first no-hitter in the MLB season.
Yes, they won 10-0, as I
Wow.
saw. They go from winning no games to winning 10-0. Freaking great. That's why I hate the fucking Astros. What was that? I hate
Keemstar.
Star.
Keemstar. It's
I don't know who
the
that is.
YouTuber Drama Alert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't care.
You're not gonna know.
Yeah, cool. But yeah, before we get into footy, we're gonna take a quick break here. 5-10 minute break. How's that sound, guys?
Yeah.
Alright.
Cool. So join us back here in 5 to 10 minutes, guys. See you in a bit. everybody, and welcome back to Joker's Wildside Corner. Let's jump into the footy. That's the last one in sports. So, Clay, the floor is yours.
Mhm. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn off the light back here, so
It's all good.
the sun is just blinding my camera.
All
So
The
right,
sun.
all right. But the
yeah,
floor is yours with the footy.
well, there's a ton of news, meaning there's three things. so, um, so the first one, I it's not necessarily really news. I I thought it was something interesting to bring up. So from this last weekend, every week there has been a minimum of two teams receiving a red card. I think that's actually a crazy stat because red cards are not that easy to get, honestly. so,
You have to
but
do a lot to get them, from my understanding.
yeah, there was one week where there was like six teams that got red cards. So just one week is that's it's actually crazy because usually red cards are pretty rare to get, and then this is now it's every week two teams. It's just so it's like now the new norm. so
36 red cards in one match? Jesus.
That's a record.
oh yeah, that's the most. Yeah, it's crazy. But so before we get into our predictions from Friday,
Yeah.
the other news is we're just gonna go over the team of the week, player of the week, and the standings. So we'll start off with player of the week. It is Christian Arengo, who plays for RSL. He scored 3 goals, getting a hat trick, getting the win over St. Louis 3-1. He's shot 4 shots and earning his place in as player of the week. Now with the team of the week, we have Arango again with Thier, then Peck, Milovic, however you pronounce your name.
Malovic.
Yeah, whatever his name is. And then Click or Klitsch, Picoult, Escobar, Elliott, Cascante, Davis, and Fries, with the coach Peter Vermes from Sporting Kansas City. And then on to our standings. Some teams are keeping the first place in the East. We have Cincinnati with 12 points. And then Miami, Columbus, and New York tied at 11 points. Toronto at 10. And Atlanta, Philadelphia, and DC at 9 points. And Charlotte at 8. Then we have Montreal and Nashville at 7 points. Chicago and Orlando at 5 points. New York City at 4 points. And New England at 1 point. Then on to our Western Conference. We have a new leader in the West is LA Galaxy with
Yeah.
12 points. Then we have
Nice.
Let's go.
Vancouver, Real Salt Lake, Minnesota, and Houston with 10 points. Then Kansas City at 9 points. Colorado at 8 points. Portland at LAFC at 7 points. Oh, sorry, and St. Louis. Then we have Austin at 6 points. Dallas and San Jose at 3 points. And then Seattle at 2 points. Those are our standings from this week. New leaders and still concurrent leaders from weeks on. Now we'll get on to our predictions here. Um, so this is I think was a pretty big one of the upsets this week for our match number one, Philadelphia versus Minnesota. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Philadelphia won 2-0 against, well, I guess once was ranked first in the West, Minnesota, and so definitely a big upset there. So none of us got points there, as we all thought Minnesota was going to win.
Yeah.
Um, then we had Colorado versus LAFC. How about we not typed it? That almost was really bad. so,
Deletes the entire page.
then we have Colorado versus LAFC. another big upset as LAFC lost 3-2,
Mm-hmm.
but losing the lead, like giving Colorado 2 goals in the last like 5 minutes of the match.
Fucking
And
A.
so yeah, Colorado beat them 3-2. Um, so none of us got points there. Jack said tie, but Lobo and I said LAFC. And then on to match number 3, we had Charlotte versus Cincinnati. Um, we all said Cincinnati was going to win. Um, actually, it was actually a tie,
Yeah.
1-1 tie.
Yeah, I was thinking it was going to be a blowout.
Well, we all thought Cincinnati was going to win, as you
Mm-hmm.
know, they are still first in on their side and was first last week, and they can score, and so
So it just
we
shows
thought, why not?
Charlotte's ability to play decent.
Yeah. So, but yeah, congrats to them on keeping the tie. Then on the match number 4, we had Toronto versus Sporting Kansas City. Jackson and I thought it was going to be a tie. Lobo thought it was Toronto. Sporting, it was 3-1 Sporting Kansas City.
Really, really well.
Yeah.
If I remember right, Sporting Kansas City, one, doing pretty bad. Two, had like 6 or 8 outs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got the win there. Big win for them as they were facing a very good team. Um, Now on to the match that we all weren't excited for. Match number 5, we have Inter Miami versus New York City. Um, we had very little faith in Inter Miami, even though
Mm-hmm.
Jackson and I both thought Inter Miami was at least going to win with 1 point, at least.
Yeah.
um, Lobo, you said tie. Well, it was 1-1 tie.
Not 0
So
0.
you get 1 point.
Nice.
On to match number 6. It was Austin versus FC Dallas. It was a 2-1 Austin. Um, Meaning Lobo gets the 1 point, guessing Austin. Jack said Dallas. I said tie.
So one of us were getting points no matter what.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. On to match number 7. This is a big win for you, Jax, as you
Heyo.
guessed the score
Exact.
correctly
Yep.
with the correct, I guess you could say, team winning. It was Nashville versus Columbus. It was a 2-2 tie.
Mm-hmm.
You guessed exactly 2-2 tie. Lobo and I, we thought Columbus was going to win at least, but at least we said 2 goals for at least one team.
Yeah,
So,
everybody had 2 goals on the board.
Mm-hmm.
You
so
almost gave Nashville some more faith, but then you're like,
uh,
nah.
it was because of Zimmerman. That's it, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, other than that, we get on match number 8. We all get a point with this one, as it was
Mm-hmm.
RSL versus St. Louis. Um,
Almost went 3-1.
Jax was super close to getting
Mm-hmm.
3 points here.
Almost
I
went
mean,
3-1.
we all
But
were.
we all were so close to getting 3 points. But it ended 3-1 RSL. So we all get 1 point there. Big win for our home team here. And then on to match number 9, we had Vancouver versus Portland. We all get a point here as it was 3-2 Vancouver. Um,
Nice.
Yeah, I
so
didn't
that was
realize how many games got tied up,
A
Sadler.
lot.
Well, I mean, during our first week of guessing, first 2 weeks of guessing, I think it was, I was like absolutely stunned with how many games were getting 0-0 and
1-1s.
1-1s. And
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, I forget that in soccer, there could just, you just don't get anything. It's on a time limit.
yeah. Jax, we need to sit down and watch soccer together, and I can. So, or you come with me to a game.
I would love to come to an RSL game.
Live is better.
Yeah, it's so
But
much
also
fun.
just hanging out and, doing something.
Yeah, I'll take you to a game, and you too, Lobo. You need to come too.
I've been to many soccer games, but yes, I'm down to 2 more.
Yeah, I feel like a tie can almost be like, I mean, it's a win, but it's not a win.
They
Both
get
people
points.
are winning.
They get points regardless.
Yeah, you're still getting points, but
Yeah, for a tie, you still get 1 point, Sadler. The point value goes: if you win, you get 3 points. tie is 1 point, and if you lose, too bad, 0.
Correct.
So, but there's 34 weeks of soccer, like
Yeah.
for the regular season. Then there's different tournaments like League Cup that we'll be covering. There's the U.S. Open Cup. Um, there
Yeah,
are
we're
some other
only
cup
in
like
week 7 now.
yeah. They play from February to December, so like
Yeah.
it's a long season.
Mm.
So,
And
um,
then we still have one more game, right?
yep, we still have one more match with
Mm-hmm.
match number 10. It was LA Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders.
Yeah.
Um, we all get 1 point because we all guessed LA Galaxy, as
Mm-hmm.
it was 1-0. Very um, boring game to watch. I believe the first the the goal was in the second minute of the match,
And
and
that was
so
it.
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, against the worst team in the league right now, like worse than New England
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
our
So
guesses were pretty freaking high. 3-0, 3-0, 2-0.
yeah, so definitely a poor performance from LA Galaxy, but they still get the win.
A win's a win, baby.
So yep, and so now we'll go on to our points here,
Okay.
on where we stand under week 6.
Where we?
So I scored 3 points from this week. Lobo scoring 5, and then Jax, like I said, with the big comeback, with 6 points. So where we stand is I'm at 22 points, Jax is at 21, and Lobo at 26, creating a bigger lead as
Hell
he's
yeah.
consistently getting 5 or 4 points every week.
I'm coming for you.
So
One lucky
definitely,
week.
definitely good.
Yeah.
But
See, now what Lobo needs to do is now get 3 points next week,
Nah.
and then he just needs to repeat his numbers all over again, and it will be, so beautiful.
The funny thing is, Jax has the most points twice. He has the first week he had 7 points, and then this last week he had 6.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm on top of the world, eh?
it's just two lucky weeks, and you're like right, you're still there. So yeah, you still have a possibility for all this. It's still pretty close.
yeah,
Like we
still
said, there's
plenty
it's
of
only the
football
7th
left.
week.
Yeah.
We're in the 7th week right now.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is just the 6th week.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so we still got plenty of football left. So we'll definitely see where we are as we get closer to, I would say, maybe the 20th week. So,
Yeah, for real.
That's where it's gonna start becoming more of a.
Yeah.
I'm going to predict, by the 21st week, I'm pretty sure Lobo, if he consistently gets to this, and stays this, might be closer to that 70-point mark, maybe 65. As Jack and I, we may hit the 50s, close to 60s, and so. But if you consistently hit that, you'll definitely be pretty
Some
high.
days we struggle.
Yeah. Is that all the soccer news?
Yep.
Okay.
That's
Breaking
it.
news! Breaking news here. Just dropped a 6 minutes ago. Kansas City Chiefs have signed Carson Wentz, quarterback. It does not say for how long. 1 year. He played with Atlanta. Nope, sorry, the Eagles. He played with the Washington Commanders. He played with the Indianapolis Colts, with the Rams, and now with Kansas City. So this is just 6 minutes ago. It was dropped.
Man, he's been with the Eagles for a minute.
He was drafted by the Eagles in 2000 something
16.
He went to a Super Bowl with them.
In 2017.
Yep. And then after that, he really dropped off the map.
And he also led the league in some record in 2017 as well.
Probably touchdown to or the record and touchdown to interception ratio. But yeah, after that Super Bowl, he kind of fell off.
Record of starting quarterback. That's what it is for.
Yeah, but regardless, they have a okay backup now in Kansas City in case anything happens to Mahomes. I know it's not news you hear, Clay, but
I don't know, right there. It's just a backup.
yeah, at least now that's what he is, a backup.
But I also forgot the Kansas City news. Did you guys hear about the I can't remember his first name now, but Rice, who is
the accident
being detained by police for causing a
Rice.
6-car accident.
Yeah.
in Dallas.
I did see
Yesterday.
that. I did not really want to talk about it too much because it comes back to what happened with Las Vegas Raiders receiver. It could have been much worse. Um, Riggs, as he ended up kind of killing somebody. So I did not really want to talk about it. It is
Well, no one
stuff.
got killed.
I mean, that's good, but
People just
still,
got hurt.
regardless, it's very negative, especially for someone that's in the limelight like that. Um, like this is what we should be really careful with, especially those people that are in the limelight. Not the political stuff they say or the little BS stuff, but this is has more impact to lives than anything else. But
And our teams, both of our teams.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But yeah,
yeah. Anyways, moving on. Thank you for the footy segment there. And I'm glad to be still winning. Hell yeah.
I'm coming for you.
Good luck. Anyways, moving into some wrestling news. Breaking news as well just dropped a few minutes ago. Roman Reigns has been announced that he will be introducing Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame.
I'm curious on how he's going to do it because, like, I can see Roman being very sweet on the matter,
Mm-hmm.
and then I can also see Roman kind of just like being Roman.
Yeah,
So
acknowledge me, you suck, all that shit.
yeah, exactly. Like you're all peons to me. So I really hope that Roman kind of breaks the cycle. Oh my gosh, Sadler.
What do you say?
Something I'll show you later.
Okay.
So I'm curious to see if there's like the other layer to Paul Heyman or to Roman Reigns. He's just very pompous. So I just hope that he gives Paul Heyman his due.
Agreed. I think he will.
Yeah.
I think that's a good choice. But with that, let's jump into some more wrestling news. Let's preview for tonight's Raw, as it is kind of going on right now. There's only a few things that have been told. The Rock and Roman Reigns both will be on Raw. Probably talking smack and maybe beating up Cody Rhodes again.
Yeah, as the average goes.
Yeah, right. Then we have Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell versus Avi Neal and Maxine Dupree.
Okay. It'll be a pretty match.
Yes, exactly. A lot of pretty faces. And then we got not so pretty faces. The Judgment Day versus DIY and New Day. So it looks like it's going to be an 8-man tag match.
Okay.
And
Trying to like, I'm guessing that there's going to be a lot of wrestling politics that go into this match. Is they're going to basically be doing the 6-team ladder match, and I think a lot of this is going to dictate on how DIY and Judgment Day are going to interact during the ladder match.
agreed.
So I think this can be a very important match.
Yes, agreed. Sorry, I got some other news as Ricochet was fighting Ivar from the Viking Raiders, and boy, did he show some strength there. But yeah, that match was also now on that card. Now let's jump into preview for tomorrow's NXT, as we have a number one contender for a triple threat tag team match. We got Axiom and Nathan Fraser versus the OC versus LWO. This should be interesting. I think the OC should win, but I also don't know how Axiom and no, the OC should win this one. They're the more standout team. They have more experience here.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's going to be a face-off here before Stand and Deliver, as Trick Williams and Carmelo Hayes are going to face off before their match this week.
Let's go, Carmelo.
I like Carmelo, but I think Trick Williams will go into...
I like Carmelo more, but yeah, I see Trick Williams.
Yeah, I think Carmelo is about to go into the main roster, so I'm excited for that. And then the Supernova sessions with Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria. This is going to be a little preview also for the NXT Women's Champions on Stand and Deliver here for the NXT pay-per-view. Excited for that Roxanne Perez, man. That's all I got to say. And finally, a preview for Wednesday, April 3rd, Dynamite. There's not too much announced. The only thing is really the AEW Tag Team Tournament continues with the Young Bucks going against Orange Cassidy and Trent Beretta. We got Powerhouse Hobbs versus Will Ospreay. This one will be interesting to me. For the reason that Will Ospreay just got into AEW and he's being kind of pushed into be the next big thing. And then Powerhouse is being finally pushed. So we'll see which one they want to lean towards more. And then we have a contract signing between Samoa Joe and Swerve Strickland as they're going to be fighting for the AEW title soon. I'm super excited for this. We'll talk more about this in our predictions probably on Friday. But this is definitely leaning towards my predictions now.
Oh yeah, it's definitely changing some things around, man.
Yeah, for real. Now let's go and review what happened last week in the WWE SmackDown to begin with. The show started with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens going against Pretty Deadly. Unfortunately, Logan Paul got involved and Pretty Deadly took the win.
Man, they're only just building this further.
Yeah, I mean, it's just them putting more heat on Logan Paul, obviously. But also, this is building up to WrestleMania and for the triple threat match. We'll talk more about that probably Friday on how we...
I'll just say that this irritates me more than it should.
Really? Jesus. It's just, you just don't like...
He couldn't get up. His back hurt. Logan Paul? So, is it Logan Paul's legitimately injured?
Search that up while I continue with this. That's interesting. Also, that happened on SmackDown. The Street Profits were eliminated from the qualifier as they lose to Grayson Waller and Austin Theory as the 8-Town Down Under qualified for the 6-pack tag team ladder match for the titles. That 6-pack is going to be so crazy, like I said before. I'm excited for that. Then there was a promo with Rey Mysterio, LWO. I can't remember his name right now. Santos Escobar and El Legado del Fantasma with Dominic Mysterio. And with that promo, it was announced one more match at WrestleMania. It will be Rey Mysterio and the new LWO member, Dragon Lee, versus Dominic and Santos Escobar.
I know that you were very excited on the Dragon Lee getting added to LWO.
Hell yeah. He is such a star. I mean, athletic-wise, intensity, I think he will do great things in WWE. Personally, anyways. Then, after that, we had the final qualifier for the 6-pack ladder match for these teams. We had El Legado del Fantasma, Angel Humberto, versus New Catch Republic of Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. New Catch Republic takes a win, and they will be in that 6-pack ladder match. And then we also had AJ Styles attacked from LA Knight, as LA Knight was dressed as a security guard. This was funny. He did not look like anybody, and just that ass whooping. But finally,
so if there is a thing out about Logan Paul, then it would be just in the video. So far from what I've seen, there's not been anything published by WWE.
Nothing confirmed.
Nothing out on. I mean, I looked up dates and whatnot. Logan Paul doesn't seem to have had anything. Okay, here's the clip.
Well, while you watch that, we have the final match was Bianca Belair versus Dakota Kai. We also, with that, had the debut in SmackDown of Jade Cargill. And also announced at WrestleMania the match of Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi will face Damage Control at WrestleMania. About this match. Not too excited about it, but that was SmackDown. Any? It looked like he got hurt. What was that? Hell in
He's
a Cell?
talking right now. We're seeing.
Oh, that was Hell in a Cell. No, that was he was playing now. He was playing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
'cause
mean, even
he
the
gets up.
title says Logan Paul fakes injury to cheat Randy, and I
Yeah.
mean he's talking right now.
Mhm.
If it was even more legitimate, then there would be like,
More news about it for sure.
yeah, because this is,
This was a few 2 months ago, I think.
yeah, this was Elimination Chamber
Yep.
in Perth, so
It was about a month or two ago. But regardless, let's go into AEW Rampage. So SmackDown is done. You could turn the page. We had the Butcher fall against Dustin Rhodes. Yes, Cody Rhodes' brother, older brother. Dustin gets a big win. Bullet Club Gold, Jay White, Austin Gunn, and Colton Gunn visit Billy Gunn's house. But Billy wasn't there. Uh, they made fun of the pictures and all that. I kind of want to see them fight, but anyway. We also had Diana Perez defeat Rose. It was a match. There was a video package. Will Ospreay and Brian Danielson ahead of their match in AEW Dynasty, which is their next live pay-per-view. We had Mariah May defeat Nikita. We had some backstage segment with Zat Nine, Laxi Nair, and Harley Cameron and Shoho. I'm guessing they're gonna have a tag match or something like that.
mhm.
There was a vignette for the Righteous. It was okay. Then we had an AEW International Champion elimination match. We had Redrick Strong, the champion, defeats Daddy Magic. Oh, eliminator match. So Daddy Magic is out. We also had a tag match that was a shitload of people. It had Tevin,
Oh yeah.
Burnett Strong, Manred, and then Trent Beretta, Orange Cassidy. Oh, this was a brawl after. Never mind. As the Young Bucks come out and take out Cassidy and Beretta. I forgot about that. But yeah, that's how the show ends. It was, besides the ending,
Sounds like it was an okay show.
it was an okay, nothing too extreme. And then finally, AEW Collision had let me see how many, had a qualifying match for the tag team tournament. We had the she's been back for a bit, but glad that she's getting some time. And we had an open challenge with the new champion Adam Copeland. FTR qualifies for the AEW tag team tournament, defeating Infantry. The match was pretty good. Obviously, anything FTR touches is pretty fucking good. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about them. Thunder Rosa beats Lady Frost. She's wrestling in Mexico in an okay match. Top Flight beat Ricky Starks and Big Bill. I think it went to DQ if I remember correctly, but there was no grade given for the match as it was pretty
Gotcha.
quick. And then Adam Copeland does an open challenge for his title. And then, of all people, Matt Cardona comes out. For those that don't know, Adam Copeland was Edge in WWE. Matt Cardona was once in a group where he was called an Edge head. Edge, Adam Copeland. So this has some history. This match was very good.
Don't meet your heroes, kids.
Yeah, I don't think it was like that, but now it's getting to that. But it was a good match. Obviously, Adam Copeland retains. Even when I saw him, I didn't think he was gonna lose. As
No, I mean,
it's too soon. He just won it.
I don't know. Is there? I think it's more like just mainly directed towards big cities, wouldn't it be?
What?
WWE
WWE?
is hosted everywhere, but where is it mainly at, or is it random?
No, it's all around the world. It travels from week to week. When they're doing their Raw, SmackDown, NXT, all that, they try to get bigger venues. When they do house shows, which is during the week when they're not recording, it's smaller venues, obviously. But they've been all over the world. They've been in Japan. They've been in Brazil. They've been in Mexico. They've been in Europe. I think they've even been in Russia. Don't quote me on that. Even at the point where the Afghan war was very hot in the early 2000s, they had shows in Afghanistan for the troops.
I know that there's a few clips out there where you have I can't think of his name. You
John
can't
Cena.
John Cena talking to the troops, and everybody's sitting there hyped up, and
Yeah,
I mean it's pretty wholesome.
yeah.
I don't know how to word the question of where has more WWE shows been held.
Madison Square Garden, I can answer that. New York, as they were based in New York before they became big time. When they were back in the day, they were WWWE. There was an extra W or F. Sorry. They were based in the New York, Brooklyn area. They had a lot of shows in Madison Square Garden. That was their home base? But yeah, they've been all over the world. Back to AEW Collision. Then we had the Righteous and Lance Archer go against Katsuya Shibata, Brian Danielson, and Claudio Castagnoli. Obviously, they win the latter. It was a very, very good match. This should have ended the show. Actually, no, that did end the show. But before that, we had the returning Kyle O'Reilly squash match against JD Drake and an F match. Nothing too special. He's getting his bearings back. A little bit more news on Daniel Bryan and Claudio Castagnoli. This weekend, they were in Mexico in the promotion CMLL. Had a good match with some Mexican wrestlers, as they do have a partnership that we've seen a few Mexican wrestlers show up in AEW. So I think they're just completing their part of the agreement there.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very curious, and I'm probably gonna have to go in and look at where has the most shows occurred on different events in WWE, because now Sadler put the worm in my brain, and now I can't get the worm out.
I could pretty make sure about 80% sure that's Madison Square Garden.
Okay.
But with that, we got some more news here with AEW. Ricky Starks seems to be okay after he looks like he suffered a concussion after he was kicked in AEW Collision, I think it was.
Yeah.
But he seems like he's okay. He was so rattled that he was rolled up for a pin. He was supposed to kick out, but didn't. But the ref.
Oh, so he was rocked.
Oh, he was rocked. But the ref knew the outcome, so he waved it off twice. So the ref played that he kicked out, but Ricky Starks visibly was not there. So I'm glad to hear this, because this could always lead to worse stuff. So regardless, he should still be checked out a little more. Glad to hear it though. This next news is very good for the ones that are Cody fans in WWE.
Height.
Yeah, as he has signed a multi-year deal with WWE to stay with them. He said something about 2 to 3 years. Nothing was confirmed though, because he said past his 40th birthday, and it's 2 years till that, so it'll probably be 2+ years.
Gotcha. Because he stated that he wanted to spend time with his daughter, right?
Yes.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, so it's gonna be here soon that he's gonna stop wrestling and see what's going on there.
Very nice.
Yeah. The next one, did you bring that up, or was that Clay?
So I brought this one up, and it kind of leaches a little bit into entertainment news, but we're not hopping in entertainment just yet. But WWE is coming out with a TV show called Next Gen, and it was produced by John Cena about things and life and stuff and
as the wrestlers.
Yeah. So I probably will not be watching it, but it's basically to show off what it takes to get a contract deal and the training camp and all that goes into being a WWE superstar. Produced by John Cena. Yeah.
Yeah, before we move on, Clay, he's not there. Let me get him on real quick. Hey, Clay, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Welcome back.
I've been able to hear you.
Okay, you clicked out of it again. No, but I just got some interesting posts as I'm going through Instagram as well. There was a little report of the best franchises of all time. Here, the criteria to to rate these are Super Bowl wins, 20 points, conference championships, 10 points, conference championship appearance, 5 points, division champions, 12, playoff appearance, 1, playoff wins, 1, MVPs, 2, Hall of Famers, 1, NFL, AFL championships, 12, NFL, AFL championship appearance, 3. So, can you guess who's number 1 on this list? I haven't shared it with anybody. No, teams.
Teams?
Yeah, franchise of all time.
Oh, that's Packers.
Yep.
The Packers on the list.
Yeah, Packers are number 1 with 494 points. Patriots at number 2 with 497.
I was gonna say Patriots.
Yeah. Steelers at number 3, 426. 49ers at 414. The Cowboys at 5 with 402. The New York Giants at 6 with 344. The Kansas City Chiefs at 7 for 317. LA Rams at 8 with 302. The Raiders at 9 with 922. The Bills, unfortunately, are all the way down at 17 with 187. Can you guess who's the last team?
Last team?
Yeah.
Panthers.
It's
what?
It's probably one of the last teams to come in to the league.
I was gonna say it's gonna be a newer team.
Yep.
Because all the teams that have all these championships and all in the higher points, they've been in the league forever.
Yep.
So, trying to think of who's newer.
Come on, you know this.
Okay.
There's 32 teams in the NFL. And
Yep.
You've said a bunch.
I have it pulled up because I don't know how to use my brain.
What division? What conference?
It's in the AFC South.
I don't know that. I only know the AFC East, which is my division. That's it.
So the 3 worst teams are 3 of the newer teams. At 30 is Panthers.
Jaguars?
That's 31. At 32 is the newest team, Houston Texans.
Yep. And they hopped on in 2002 season, becoming the 32nd franchise.
Look up on there. When did Baltimore Ravens become a team? I think that was early 2000s or late 1990s.
Yeah.
1986.
Okay.
In Oakland.
No,
defeated Oakland Raiders,
the first
1914.
game. Okay.
September 1st,
So
1996.
They are probably around the same time as the Carolina Panthers. They are at number 20 because they've had great teams pretty much their whole existence.
1932 is the original team, as the Boston Braves 5 years later moved to Washington, D.C.
That is wrong.
And then in 1933 the name was changed to the Redskins.
That is wrong.
And then the team remained that name until 2020.
That is wrong.
It's wrong?
Yep. The oldest one is the Arizona Cardinals, and they're at 27.
But I didn't argue for the oldest team.
What did you go argue for?
He
team
asked for Commanders.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. I thought you were asking for the oldest.
No.
The oldest teams are the Arizona Cardinals in number 27 spot.
Bears.
Chicago Bears at 10, and Green Bay Packers at number 1.
Yeah. Those were the highest, and the Bears have technically been renamed 3 times.
Yes.
Jeez.
Yeah. Well, they used to be called one thing, and then they technically moved cities, and then they were called another thing, and now they're called Chicago Bears. They've been called Chicago Bears for like 50 years or something like that. It's been a long time.
Yeah, too bad Cardinals suck. I mean, even as their team, they only had 3 championships. But there's some teams out there that haven't gotten a championship at all.
Quite a few.
Yep.
It's funny that the Jets are all the way at 26 and they do have a championship. So do the Saints have a championship. That is weird. They shouldn't be that low. But anyways, I digress. Anyways, back to wrestling. Sorry. Just saw that and had to jump on it because
No, it's interesting news.
Exactly, right? It's a little fun fact. Now let's jump into what will be WrestleMania 40 weekend. Starting off with the Hall of Fame. we've already announced that Roman Reigns will induct Paul Heyman. Also inducted that night will be Bull Nakano, the tag team of U.S. Express. In the celebrity wing will be Muhammad Ali. Lyle Moivea, I'm having an issue finding her in any official. It was posted somewhere, but I cannot find her again. So that might be a question. Maybe you could find it. But have been confirmed. Thunderbolt Patterson is also going to be inducted.
3 hours ago.
So
The Rock will induct his grandmother.
Leah Maivia. Okay. So that is confirmed. I just had trouble finding a source for that. So, okay. And Leah Maivia. Sweet. With that, let's jump straight into the WrestleMania 40 card. Remember to join us Saturday and Sunday, the 6th and the 7th this weekend, as we will be doing live stream. Myself, Lobo, Jax, Clay, and joining us as well, Paco.
Let's go, Paco.
Okay, so Carlos will be joining us for that stream, or so he says. We'll see what happens. But
We'll see how it is, 30 minutes before the stream, and if he's woke up.
yeah, right.
He better be there. I need to say hi to him.
I'm pretty sure we'll have a good time regardless. We also invited a few other people, but I don't know if they'll show up for sure.
Yeah.
Anyways, the card.
Sadler, pull up.
If he wants to, he's more than welcome. Anyways, the card. We're not gonna tell you who we're picking right now. We're gonna talk about who we're leaning towards. We have the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns going up against Cody Rhodes.
Got Cody.
I am leaning Cody. Any thoughts on that, Clay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody.
Yeah.
I thought we
Yeah.
were going over more of our predictions on Friday.
No, we are, but we're just saying we're leaning towards.
Yeah, we'll go more in depth and what we think and how we think and
Yes,
why we think.
on Friday for sure. Then we have the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins going up against Drew McIntyre.
I can't even put a finger on this right now necessarily.
This
There's some more news that dropped, but
yeah, this one's up in the air for me as well. I am leaning one way, but I'll let you guys know for sure Friday. Then we got the Women's World Champion Mommy Rhea Ripley versus the man Becky Lynch. I know that you're the way you're chanting is saying everything. I am leaning Becky, but just slightly. I'll let you know Friday.
Heresy.
How about you,
feeling
Clay?
okay?
How about you, Clay?
I don't know Becky, so I
Okay,
only know
Mommy.
Mommy.
It's all right. So you're leaning Mommy.
Watch out! Don't say that too loud. Bobblehead's gonna come around the corner.
And slap the crap out of you. Anyways, next we have the Women's Champion Io Shirai versus the Royal Rumble winner Bayley.
This got ruined for me. I don't know which way to go yet.
It's been such a clusterfuck lately, so I was leaning Bayley for so long, but right now I'm leaning Io. Not sure why. How about
Yeah.
you, Clay?
I don't know who they are. So
Sure.
you're saying
That's fair.
names, and I'm like,
It's okay. This is how I was. It's fine.
Yeah, this is how he was a few months
Yeah.
ago,
so
or when we started.
Yeah. So it's okay.
Tie.
Everything's okay.
A tie.
Tie.
It can end in no contest.
Yeah, go no conk.
It can
Yeah,
in the WrestleMania.
yeah.
Yeah, people would probably be really upset, but it can happen.
I'm not actually thinking tie. I just don't know who they are.
Gotcha. Well,
Great. Now Roman and Cody are gonna tie because you willed that into existence.
you're the one that said it, dude. Anyways, next we have the
Yeah, that's a good three wrestlers, Sadler.
John Cena, Logan Paul, and Undertaker. Why is Logan Paul in this fucking list?
Because Logan Paul.
Fuck
He's a
that guy.
wrestler.
Anyways,
Last time I
IC
checked, he
title.
was a wrestler.
Okay, nowhere near the status of both the other ones. Anyways, next is IC champion Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
See, this is just a messed up match for me, and I know what I want, but I know how it's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm conflicted here. This one is one because I want to see Gunther move up to the next level. He has to. That's his next step. But deep down, I don't think Sami Zayn is the guy to do it.
But we'll get into more on that on Friday. Right
Yes.
now, do you have a lean? Sounds like Gunther.
Yeah. How about you, Clay?
Mm,
One of them.
well, I've heard of Gunther just because of I've seen some TikToks about him, but I know Sami Zayn mainly because um he was Roman's side bitch, with
Jeez.
well, he acted like a bitch anytime like he
I
and
mean, you're
stuff.
not
He would
wrong.
always be like, am I doing good, master? Pretty much is what
Yeah,
is what
exactly.
he was going.
Yeah.
It just annoyed me. Like it doesn't
Agreed.
like make me mad. It's like honestly, it's like bro, you betrayed everyone
Hmm.
to be like this. Like I don't think that's a good image, but okay.
Agreed.
So, for that, I'll say Gunther.
Okay.
Yeah.
All that ran for Gunther. Got it. Next we got the six pack tag team ladder match for the tag team titles. As Judgment Day will put them on the line against DIY, Awesome Truth, with his the Miz and Truth, our Truth, the New Day, Eight Town Down Under, which is Theory and Waller, and then we got the New Catch Republic. This one's gonna be so fucking crazy. I'm loving it. Any thoughts on this, Jackson?
There's just so much happening
Yeah.
that I know I've been saying this
Mhm.
as since the beginning of the list, but this one I don't think that I can ever just draw a conclusion to it because there's
So
so
much.
much that can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, you have 6 teams here, man.
Yeah.
And there's just too much possibilities and why it makes sense and why it doesn't make sense. I just know that Judgment Day is not retaining. And if they do
Yeah.
retain, then I'm not going to be mad because it's a heel thing. I'm going to be mad because they've been holding on to the title and not doing anything with it.
Agreed. Agreed. Um, I'll tell you what. There's a few teams I know are not gonna win it, so I know I'm not leaning that way. But uh, we'll get more into it on Friday. But I do have a few teams I'm leaning towards. You, Clay, you have any thoughts on this one?
Our truth.
R Truth and the Miz.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm leaning a little bit that way too. Something came out and it's pushing me that way.
Oh, I don't I thought it was gonna be them too since the start. So, uh, it's gonna turn. They're gonna win it, and then it's just gonna turn into a match for our truth and the Miz, creating a group to fight Judgment Day.
Yeah, yeah, I can see that. Next, we got the triple threat U.S. title on the line with Sadler's one of his fucking wrestlers, Logan Paul, the champion.
So Judgment Day has held this title for 168 days.
Yeah, and I think they defended it a handful of times. Uh, anyway, Logan Paul, the champion, will go up against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. I know, Clay, you're leaning towards Randy because.
No, I'm leaning towards Logan.
Oh, really? Surprise, surprise, right in your eyes.
I really like Randy. I'm a big fan of Randy,
Hmm.
but I think it's gonna be Logan.
Jesus. How about you, Jackson?
I don't want Logan to win it, but I think Logan's going to win it. And I'll get into it later.
Yeah, I'm leaning that way too, just because of, like WWE is definitely behind him, obviously. So I'm leaning that way, but we'll give you our final thoughts on that on Friday. Next, we got the Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth Rollins. With the if the Rock and Roman wins, it'll be Bloodline rules for the Universal Championship against Roman and Cody. Uh, we all have said this and quite loudly. We are probably seeing the Rock and Roman. That's where we're leaning, right?
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Only that. So,
Mhm. Yeah, I mean
Yep.
that's the only thing that makes sense. Next, we do have LA Knight versus AJ Styles in just a one-on-one. Uh, I'm leaning towards LA. I mean, it's to me it has to be LA Knight.
yeah. I mean, This one's hand in hand for me.
Mm. How about you, Clay?
What do you mean by it has to be LA night? Is
Uh,
it like
I'll,
did he do
I'll,
something to where you
no,
say that it's
I'll explain it to you later, and I'll explain to everybody else on Friday. But I think it has to be him.
okay? Well, uh, honestly, I don't really know on
Okay.
I
this
would
one.
see why it would
So
be LA Knight,
Mhm.
but
It could be either, definitely.
it definitely could be either. I would say that it doesn't necessarily have to be LA Knight,
Hmm.
but it would be good for LA Knight.
Yes.
yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
Uh,
for me, the only reason why I would choose LA Knight or AJ Styles is there's only one influence, and that was Elimination Chamber. That was it. Those are the only times I've ever known about either one. So, so, so I don't really know. So I have to hear what you have to say, Lobo,
gotcha.
before I kind of decide.
Gotcha. No problem. Next we got the match that we've been calling since the Royal Rumble started. Is blood versus blood, brother versus brother,
me.
me versus me, Jimmy Uso versus Jay Uso. I am leaning Jay, and I have not changed my mind since WrestleMania, since Royal Rumble. Anyway,
Clay planted a worm in my brain, and it's not okay.
what were?
The Jimmy may win worm.
Oh Jesus!
So I'm really gonna have to break it down and hear both of you guys argue while I sit there and try and
Yes,
make
the
my
person who knows
decision.
everything versus the person who knows a potato.
Hey, we'll see who wins in the idiot fight, man.
Right?
No,
uh,
this is a potato versus Albert Einstein. It's knowledge.
Hey,
at least on the wrestling part of it.
50
Well,
pounds of
that's
potatoes
what I
can
mean.
power a computer, so
You're right. You're right. Uh,
Yeah,
n-
I'm swaying towards Jimmy.
yeah. Next, we got the match that was announced on SmackDown: Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Dominic and Santos Escobar in a tag match. Um, I'm leaning Rey and Dragon, but I could see why Dom would win.
I could see why Dom would win.
Any thoughts on that, Clay?
Um, honestly, who called out who? Was it Ray that called out Dom for this fight, or was it the other
Yeah,
way?
Ray called him out because Dominic kept sticking his nose in their match.
Hmm, I see Dom
Mhm.
winning,
Alright.
and so mainly just because it's like, um, I'm not gonna say like Ray is on his final legs of wrestling. Like I'm pretty sure he still got a few years left of him, uh,
Ah,
but I
fuck.
know he doesn't have long. But I know
I just thought
Dom.
about something, and I think you guys might have a point, but we'll talk about it more on
But
Friday.
but yeah,
Fuck.
I'm leaning towards more Dom.
Yeah, definitely.
Same.
Now I'm leaning that way too. Fuck. Anyways, the final match we have officially confirmed is Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, Naomi versus Damage Control. I I'm leaning the team of Jade Cargill, Bianca, and Naomi just because Jade Cargill just debuted. Any thoughts?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know who they are, but I like the name Damage Control, so I'll go for them.
I mean, shit.
That's fair.
How about you?
As much as I don't want it, I'm leaning Bianca, but this is also going to be a 3-minute filler match that means nothing.
It's gonna be yes. It's probably gonna be one of those quick 5 to 10 minute matches and move on, unless they do something interesting. But I doubt it. Not with this match. Anyways, that is our the WrestleMania 40 match card. Tell us which way are you leaning? Tell us what are you thinking. But remember to join us Saturday and Sunday, April 6th and 7th, as we're going to be doing a live stream to watch along with WrestleMania. With that,
I'm excited.
hell yeah, I'm super excited. With that, let's jump into entertainment news. Go ahead, guys.
Woo!
Yay! So to reiterate, one show that we're really excited to see, Monkey Man comes out April 5th.
Hell yeah.
I plan on
This
watching this. Yes, this weekend.
Yes.
I do hopefully plan on seeing it on the 9th. But I would actually like to see it on like that Friday if you guys are down for it. Um, and then
Wait,
just
when?
in April
Fifth or fourth.
April 5th probably.
So this Friday?
Yeah. If not, if we can get away with doing it on the 6th as well.
Oh, before
So the
the
5th is a Friday, the 6th is a Saturday. Sadler, if you're down for it
Yeah.
also. If not, the 9th, which
Well,
is a Tuesday,
okay.
which it would be the Money
I
Tuesday or
can't.
whatever.
I can't during the week. It would
Okay.
have to be either Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, okay.
But we can't really do a Friday because we have the stream.
Yep.
Oh, shoot, yeah.
Uh, but
We
so
have
if we did it
stream stuff.
Saturday, we could
Yeah,
do it
Saturday.
Before
Saturday,
WrestleMania.
like afternoon.
No, it'll have to be morning because
Well,
afternoon is WrestleMania.
Yeah, but
Morning, afternoon.
about noon.
Yeah.
Well, I thought you said it starts at 5.
Yes.
Let me double check here before we go on.
But just to cover some other things, we have Rebel Moon, which is going to be on April 19th as well. I know I'm really excited. Clay hasn't seen it, and Lobo
Nope.
didn't like it.
It was just the first one was too slow for me.
Yeah, no, I think that the second one is definitely going to be more your speed, Lobo.
Gotcha.
Not that I know what it's going to be about, but basically the first one was team building and getting everybody prepared and ready and together. And I'm guessing the second movie is going to be kill time.
Yeah.
Down with the sickness kind of deal.
By the way, WrestleMania does start at 5 both days, but we want to get here a little earlier, at least an hour or so
Yeah.
before.
But the movie's only gonna be a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe about noonish.
I said we can go like 10:30, 11 if they have
Yeah.
showing around then, which I'm assuming
It's
they
a
will.
2 hour
I mean,
movie.
it's gonna be a big movie, so
Yeah. So maybe 2.5 with the commercials and everything.
Yeah. So if we were to get like a noon, then that's like 3 o'clock end time.
Yeah, we'll be able to get back here if we want to cook something.
I
we
probably
could
wouldn't
cook.
say noon. I'd probably say we go a little earlier, like
Mhm.
10:30, 11.
Okay,
Just for
as
comfort.
a little extra time, just in case. So
gotcha.
because Zach may come on Saturday. He told me he'd let me know. So
Facts.
Okay.
Sadler facts.
What do you say?
Never been to a movie where it's daylight after it's over.
it's
Jesus.
blinding.
Yeah,
No.
it sucks. We've done it a few times, Clay.
I do it all the
Yeah.
time. I do it all the time just because I don't like to be around people all the time.
Yeah,
I don't
it's a
mind
little. Yeah,
I don't mind it.
I think it makes it fun. I just don't like the people who clap.
Mm, yeah.
Oh,
It
really?
it bothers me.
Do you not like going to the like big screenings for
Oh
like
no, I
big
do.
movies
It's
and
just
stuff
when
like that?
people start clapping, I go, they can't hear you. That's the biggest thing is just like the cast and the actors, they can't hear you.
Metaphysically, they can.
Metaphysically, okay. If somebody has their phone out and they're recording and pirating the entire movie, then yes, everybody will get the clapping.
Jesus.
Which I don't recommend doing. Uh, Next thing that I have is Sonic 3 has finally wrapped up filming, and we're getting Knuckles sometime during, I think, this month or November. I don't remember at this point.
It's sometime this year.
Yeah, it's
That's all I
sometime
know.
this year, and I'm pretty excited for it.
I'm excited
The
for it.
only picture that I saw had Knuckles and Sonic in it, so I think if you're going to want to watch the Sonic 3 movie, you're going to need to watch the Knuckles movie as well.
Well, I thought Knuckles was a TV show. I thought it was gonna be a TV show.
I don't know anymore because I thought it was a TV show, and then I was told it was a movie. Yeah, series. It's a TV show.
And the
April 26th. Okay,
um,
so yeah, first episode date, and then
and Sadler,
it
both
drops
the
all at
Sonics
once.
are both pretty good.
Do you know
I
the
really
way?
like them.
Okay.
No, but the way
If
is
they-
by watching the film, then you'll know the way.
If they don't make a joke about "Do you know the way," then they have failed. And it seems like everything drops all at once.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not what I wanted. Stop
Uh,
going down too far. It's gonna be on Paramount Plus. All 8 episodes, I think it was.
Interesting. Hmm, that's exciting.
6 episodes, yeah, Paramount Plus. April 26th, right around the corner. 25 days away from right now. And then you had some interesting news about Solo Leveling, Clay.
Yeah, it's a new anime. I'd say it's a major anime that's happening right now. It's super popular.
Sweeping the
Um,
roads, man.
like it's crazy. Everyone loved it as the manga, and then as soon as it came, like people were excited once they found out it was coming to screens, and oh my gosh, so far it is so good. I understand why everyone loves it.
So the
Um,
ratings are
but
over 9,000.
yeah, it's crazy, and they've already been they're just since yesterday they've been officially announced that they are releasing a season two, um, but they are planning for 6 seasons, which I think is great because I think the show definitely deserves it. As I've read some of the later down the line of the manga, and it definitely gets more interesting. But the cool thing also about this is that not only is there a manga, but a TV show, there's also a video game that technically just came out. Um, and this game surpassed 5 million pre registrations for this game, which I think is pretty good for, I'd say, an anime game. And I've seen a little bit of gameplay. It's more just like the TV show and manga mixed into a video game. And that's pretty much it. Like, probably I wouldn't play it, mainly just because I can read it or watch it. But definitely interesting news to know about. 5 million pre registrations for that. I think is pretty good because you don't necessarily hear about that in other games like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z and stuff. So,
So some
but
quick interesting facts.
hmm
We have Solo Leveling is the seventh most popular comic series.
oh wow,
And it is ranked number 58 in manga or manhwa uh, ranking. And
yeah,
there are 270 chapters total
oh wow,
of this, and it finally concluded in October 10th, 2018.
oh
So yeah,
wow,
I can see how they can take it to 6 seasons.
yeah. I didn't know that about that. I didn't think it was that old. I thought it was a newer um
It started
uh,
being wrote February
show.
14th, 2014, or that was the first. The series
Oh wow,
started as an unpublished
okay.
novel in February 2014, and
Okay.
ended originally with 14 volumes and 270
hmm
chapters, and was later published in 2015, novel serialized with the 270 chapters. So they were
hmm
serialized in 2018, but had been done being wrote in 2015. So that's a lot of
Oh,
content
cool.
in one year, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. But yeah, other than that, I guess major news for this major anime. But an anime I know you guys watch,
My
that
hero.
will be getting season 7 for My Hero Academia, which
Yeah.
will be getting 25 episodes
Yeah, and if I
for the
remember
season.
correctly, I think that's gonna be the last season, as the manga is already finished, and I think it's around that
hmm
time. So
Unless they want to absolutely ruin the entire show, then they can continue on. But they should just stay
Yeah.
on the manga.
yeah, I'm just excited for this as what is coming. Whew,
Yeah.
it's gonna be heavy, so I'm excited
hmm
for it.
I might wait till season 7 is finished before I watch it.
Mm,
I think I have some other animes I want to watch before I get to that, and so I might just wait till that's done and then go and binge it all. And
gotcha.
so, but that is one on my list. So, um, but other than that, I think that's really all the man. I guess major anime news that I know that we all watch and
Mhm.
and stuff like that. But um, other than that, I don't really have any other entertainment news that I know of.
Sweet.
What about you, Jax?
Jax, you have anything?
I'm just trying to source the question from Sadler.
Oh, what engine is doing the game?
What engine?
Yeah, that's what Jackson's looking at. I do not know.
I think it's too early on
To say it.
yeah.
They don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But the your one question, Sadler. Yeah, manga is the book part. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Beth was answering him for that, so
Oh,
Alright.
okay. I
Yeah.
didn't see that. It's just been blowing up.
Yeah.
trust me, I'm reading
Yeah.
chat.
Do you have any other entertainment news, Jack?
Rebel Moon Sonic, Monkey Man. There's a whole bunch of other shows coming out in April. A whole bunch of other movies. Not all of them I'm super excited for, but some of them I'm really excited for. I know I'm going to be going and seeing Godzilla X Kong tomorrow. Oh yeah, Fallout is April 11th, so that's right around the corner,
Next
10 days
week.
from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, there's a whole bunch of other games and shows coming out.
And every single episode's coming out all at once for that show.
Yes.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's so much. There's one that you were mentioning we're not going to talk about, but there's so much stuff going out. But we'll keep you posted. Let us know on any shows, movies, or games that's coming out. Anything you want us to review, like trailers, also let us know in the comments. But other than that, guys, I think that's all for us. Remember, guys, Ted.
Oh yeah. So I watched the first episode. We talked about that we were going to do it. I haven't watched past the first episode.
I couldn't finish the first episode.
Really?
I don't know. Something made me cringe, and I'm like, nope, I'm done.
I haven't
Just
watched it.
something about it. Just I did not like.
All right.
I've
Well,
never
I
even
guess
seen the movies. So.
I guess that I will have to slam out the TV show and then give my honest review in one of these entertainment sections.
Yeah, but if you enjoyed it that much, maybe that'll change my mind.
I really liked the first episode personally,
Gotcha.
and I feel like it's going to keep the same cadence as the first episode. So if you didn't like the first episode, you're probably not going to like it.
Yeah, it's just something about the first episode, and it's not the whole episode. Certain little things got me. And I'm like, no, just me. But anyways, remember, guys, to take everything we say as a grain of salt. These are just our opinions from these three jokers, three doofuses, who love to talk about sports, wrestling, entertainment, some nerd stuff. Remember, if you do not like what we gotta say, you get offended, move along. Hopefully you have something better to do than watch us, just BS here. Also, remember to be grateful for everything you have. Be grateful for the problems you don't have, as it could always be a million times worse. Also, for those that are going through stuff, anything, mentally, physically, emotionally. What was the last one?
Metaphysically.
Thank you. I always fucking forget that one. Reach out to someone, a friend, a family member. If you want, reach out to us either here in the comments, on Facebook, on Joker's J Wildside, or on Instagram and X and Joker's Wildside. I always have my phone on me, so I'm always checking it. But reach out to somebody. If it's someone professionally, there's lines out there. Reach out to someone. Remember, you're not alone. You are loved. But other than that, I've been Lobo, sorry.
I've been Jax.
I've been Clay.
And this was Joker's Wildside Corner.
See ya.
See ya.